Welcome to day 4, I guess. We'll start properly in about 5 minutes, but I thought I'd get on and let's just do a bit of a recap of the last few days, because how many of you have enjoyed it? Who's been having an absolutely wonderful last few days? Because the feedback that I've been getting from you guys has been absolutely amazing. And I, for one, couldn't be more blessed, feel more grateful and appreciative of so many open and willing and committed people to learning this and understanding this. And I think a lot of you will know this as a teacher and as somebody that wants to guide and inspire and motivate and speak. There is nothing better than a willing audience. So thank you so much. This is something that I've obsessed about for 15 years, and it's my pleasure to be sharing it with you. And the one thing I want to share to all of you is, I'm no guru. I'm no better than any of you in any area of life. We're all the same. This is just my area that I figured out, and I get to teach you. And then in other areas like health, in other areas like property investing, in other areas, parenting, you're going to be able to teach me. And I want to let you know I'll be the first person sitting on your sessions, first person learning from you, first person that wants to take in all the information to others that can help me. And I just want to say thanks, because with this and with our other groups, I feel like I'm living my dream. And my dream is to make great money, do what I love, and help people. And so I'm very, very excited about this week. Day 1 was huge. If you remember back to day 1, it feels like a lifetime ago, but it was actually only 3 days. For me, day 1 was massive, teaching and sharing the difference between the employee upbringing that we've had and then the $1 million success that we all desire. And just letting everyone know that it's about giving, and you give to receive. It's not about taking. That was a big thing for me to really get across. So, thank you for being there on day 1. I explained to you what Elvis did, how he does it differently. He makes money without his time. I hope you guys all loved day 1. I really do, because I did. I loved day 1. However, as I told you, day 2 is my favorite day, because day 2, we talked about the sabotage patterns. Who loved day 2? Day 2 for me, understanding how we sabotage. Understanding that you're not broken, that you don't have to heal is huge. But guys, type me in. What have been some of your big takeaways from day 1 and day 2? Realizing that we play out and we don't do what we're supposed to do as a way of staying small was massive for me. When I first learned that and understood that, I'm supposed to be taking this action and I know it, but I keep taking this one. And the reason is because I don't feel good enough or incapable or powerless. And that's it. And this is holding that identity. And then I realized that I went out there and tried to do all these healing modalities, but that was just reaffirming the identity that there was something wrong. And when I really realized that, and I thought, all right, I've got to move forward. I went, okay, well, how do I do this differently? And so it was massive for me to explain that to you. And I think I did a pretty good job, I have to say, at really getting across what I wanted to have you guys understand, is that it's not your fault. It is not your fault. You're perfect. You've done everything right. You just have to understand that it's the identity that you've been living that is creating what you have. And if you just had a different identity, you'd do different things. Who's really getting the essence of this, the essence of having a magnetic mind, an essence of this? Because I truly hope you are. I truly hope you are, because I know it'll make a tremendous difference. I mean, we've helped over 8,000 people in our programs now create what it is that they want to create. Was 130,000 in live presentations. So we know what to do. I know what you need to do to make this happen. But let's talk about yesterday, because yesterday was big too. Yesterday was so big. We really shifted some money beliefs yesterday. What are some of the things that we went through yesterday? Because I found it massive. Let me just get my notes up from here. My notes, that Well, let me ask you, what were your big things that you took away from yesterday? Yes, money isn't an energy. It's a measurement. Gosh darn it, it's a measurement. Money is a measurement. What a relief that it's not some weird energy. It's just a measurement, and all countries measure it differently. Oh, gosh. Money will just magnify you. It won't change you. It's a flow. It's a flow. It's a unit of choice. We even went through some money beliefs, which I think were really important to go through. The first one, I'm truly satisfied with everything I have now and I deserve more. The next one, I deserve to be rich because I add value to other people's lives. So good, so good. Did anyone wake up and do any of these and say them to themselves? The next one, I am financially free. I work because I choose to, not because I have to. It's such a nice one. Money works hard for me and makes me more and more money. The reason I'm looking up is they're up there on my wall. Money is a unit of choice. The more I receive, the more choices I have. I love these. Money is like air and total supply and abundance for all. They're so, so crucial. I have them staring at me in the face every time I'm sitting here at my desk. So important. Today we're going to go in and we're going to actually embed these. Who loved the stories yesterday? Yeah, there were some stories. Who remembers the stories? Yeah, the stories. There was the monkey story. Wasn't it a good one? The 5 monkeys. Beautiful story. Really articulates one. Really, really good. Really good. You know, what about the story of the trench? Yeah. Do you want to be Joe or do you want to be Bob? There's lots of Bobs and Bobettes on here. And I'm sure there was another one. What was the other one? Oh, the map of Sydney. Yeah. Nice. Nice. Awesome. You guys absolutely rock. So who's ready for today? Type in a number 4 if you're ready for day 4, because I'm ready to go. I'm excited. I'm fired up. I'm ready to teach and to share and to guide and to help you as much as possible. Today's going to be a big day. Today's going to be a very, very, very big day. And we're going to spend some time getting ourselves ready. And then we're going to go and we're going to dive off the deep end as we create that who we already know we are. Here's the problem with creation. Here's the problem with transformation is you think it's hard. You think that change is hard. And a lot of people say that, yeah, cool. Well, you know, this would be good, but it's hard. You have an inbuilt belief that you are who you are. You think that this set of memories and ideals and identities is you know, and you've decided that. And here's the truth is that it's just you right now. When we study quantum physics, we understand that we are nothingness. They keep looking down and down and down, and they don't find anything really. What they've really found is that if they keep looking down, they look inside the particle. They go inside that. They go down and down. It's just dust. It looks like a dust. It looks like a tornado. It looks like a tornado. Whenever they look at it, it nearly stops. But it's like a tornado. And there's nothing there. And they keep looking and they can't find anything actually physical. We're not anything physical. We're a series of collections and memories, but really we're a series of decisions and perceptions. And that's what we are. But we think that change is hard. But it's not. In fact, it's not that hard at all. The brain is actually plastic. The brain is actually plastic. It is actually a study of neuroplasticity, meaning the brain is actually malleable. It actually shifts. It can change. It can rewire. Now, obviously, the degree to which your brain can be molded and shaped is, well, absolutely 100% true. Absolutely 100% you. Every time you learn, every time you forget, every time you do something, your brain has to create new circuitry. And it's fascinating how this happens. Change is not hard. unless your circuitry says it's hard. So guys, can I show you just how easy it is to change? And I mean real change. I'm a scientist. I'm not talking about woo-woo change where you do something and, oh yeah, I've changed. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about real, visceral, epigenetic change. Here's what happens. You have thoughts. These thoughts are coded up. After a while, they get hardwired and automated. These thoughts then slip into your automatic system. So you're not even thinking about them. They're just happening so that you can regulate your ways of being. It's why when you look at your grandfather and then you look at your father, you can see that they hold themselves similar. They stand the same. They talk the same. It's why you have a certain accent. It's why it's already there. It goes automatic. It's the way to be. Here's what happens is you have this connection. It sends a transmitter down to your body. This is where it gets interesting. That transmitter, that neurotransmitter, goes down to certain places in your body, certain glands, and it goes into certain genes, goes to certain cells, certain genes. That gene, that cell, actually changes to become better at receiving that signal. So let me give you an example. If you send the signal of anxiety to your body, if you send it enough, you're going to hardwire it, so much so that your body actually changes physically to receive that signal. I'll tell you a story. It's about me. I made millions of dollars and I ended up sitting on a beach in Thailand. I was the most unhappy, stressed out, annoyed beachgoer you could ever imagine. I had spent so many years sending a signal to my body. You're not good enough. Don't rest. Keep going. Do more. You see, for me, at age 7, it was, you've got to become an international sports star. It was at age 9, 1,000 shots before school, dribble the basketball at lunchtime, play in 3 teams after school. For me, there was no good enough. It was just stress, go, stress and go. I conditioned my body to that. And then it was like I was a drug addict. My body had been conditioned to receive that so strong that when I finally tried to relax, guess what happened? I couldn't do it without having alcohol. That's the truth. I couldn't sit there. I had to get a cocktail to try to intoxicate my body away from noticing that it was actually relaxing. And so you see this happen. You see it happen a lot. People are addicted to their ways of being. Type in a yes if you get that. You're addicted to it. And so as soon as you change, you get this backlash. Who's with me? Type in a yes if you get it. You're addicted to your ways of being. The body needs it. So you start going out there and you try to be grateful. You try to be different. You try to say, yeah, I'm a millionaire. And you convince your brain. You convince up here. But your body's not convinced. You change your thinking, but you didn't change your body. Your body's been hardwired for 10, 20, or 30 years. So your body's going to send a signal back to your brain and say, what's going on? You've been sending us a scarcity signal for the last 15 years. What's wrong? Because it's not there. We have changed ourselves to be ready to receive that. So it's going to send a thought up there going, hey, what's up? What's going on? And then you can say, hey, I'm good, chill out. You doubt, self-doubt, what are you doing here? No, I'm good. And then the self-doubt's going to come back and it's going to be this random thoughts. You can't do this. You've never done this before. You've failed before. And your body will do whatever it can to get you back into your normal feeling. Type in a yes if you've experienced this before. You start getting all positive for a bit, and then it's a slight thing that gets you annoyed, and then boom, you're back to the way you used to be. Who's with me on this? I said it's everywhere. Because we're trying to change with our thinking first. Does that make sense? We're just trying to change up here, but we've been conditioning ourselves. And you know this because you trained your body to drive a car. You trained your body to drive a car. Do you think if you trained your body to drive a car, you've also trained your body to be scarce, to be worried about money, to be scared, to be doubtful? Is it true? You have. You trained it. And so then because you've trained it, if you're not going to give it its chemicals, it's going to respond like a drug addict because it's been getting these chemicals for so long and your body wants to keep everything the same. So because it wants to keep everything the same, it starts sending you signals until you're back there, it gets its hits, and then it goes, that's better. That's better. That's when people go, well, this feels really uncomfortable. I don't know what I'm doing. This doesn't feel good. The worst thing people say, I didn't do it. It didn't feel right. Of course, it doesn't feel right to your old identity. It's new. It's new. People get this all the time when they take a new action that's outside of their identity, like making cold calls or speaking on stage. It becomes huge. So what do we have to do to make this shift? Well, we have to understand that it's not just a head game. It's a head and a body game. Because the body is where your feelings are created. And did you know this? The Heart Math Institute found that there are just as many signals sent from your heart to your brain as there is from your brain to your heart. Do you know that there's nearly as many signals sent from your gut to your brain as there is from your brain to your gut? They talk about the other brains we have in our body. And it's fascinating because these are where the different emotions come from. And it's huge. It's really important that you understand this. But I want you to get that change is easy, but you have to be consistent. If you've been going one way for a long time, you expected one moment to change. Let me ask you, if you've been building connect, well, let me show you. I'm going to show you a video, actually. Let me show you a video. You guys want to see a cool video? I hope that you can see this. Someone type in if you can see a random purple squiggly screen. Cool. All right, got enough yeses. All right, so I'm going to press play and I hope you can hear it. What you're looking at is a close-up of a brain. What you're going to see is here is an electrical impulse going through the brain. Here's another one over here. And as it moves, we're going to zoom in on what's happening. Okay, so let's just zoom in what's happening. So I want you to watch this. This is what's happening in your brain when you learn. This is a real brain, a human's brain. See this and this? See this one and this one? This is as it's making a connection. This is what it looks like zoomed up. It actually, can you see that joining together? That there, that was learning. Right now in your brain, who thinks it's freaking fascinating that that's exactly what's happening? That's learning. That's as it gets together. That's what it looks like right close up. Let me show you it again, because this is what's happening inside your brain when you learn and unlearn. Here it goes. Look at that. There it is. We zoom in on there and we start to have a look at what's going on. This is where the brain is connecting, creating a connection, a new learning. But look at this. I'm just going to go back a bit. I want you to watch here. Can you guys see my mouse? I want you to watch over here, over here, over here. I'm going to go back a little bit. I want you to watch all the connections that are going on in this moment. Look at this. Just look at it all. See, this is saying the arm movement needs to be like this. The thinking needs to be like this. This here is the brain of someone learning to play the piano. It's fascinating. And it zooms up like that. That is how plastic your brain is. Give me a yes if you think that's pretty cool video. Pretty cool to see that, isn't it? That's what's happening. That's what's happening. Your brain can create new connections all the time. That's what's happening. Your brain is plastic. So let me have you guys, it is magic. It's magic. End this sentence for me. If you don't use it, then you lose it. Let's type in some things we would like to stop using so we lose them. I'll start you off. I'd like to stop using scarcity. I'd like to lose the ability to feel scarcity. I'd like to lose the ability to feel self-doubt. I'd like to lose the ability of anxiety. That's it. Type it in. What would you like to lose the ability of? I'd like to lose the ability to play victim. I'd like to lose the ability of not feeling good enough. I'd like to lose the ability of feeling like I don't belong. Like to lose the ability to feel like I'm stressed out. See, this is what's beautiful about the brain is it can rewire, and if you don't use it, you will lose it. In 2001, scientists found this beautiful moment, and there's this moment when the connection actually gets changed. This is when we have something that we strongly believe, and then all of a sudden we go, oh, I don't know if I believe it so much. We go from belief to I don't know. This here, this moment, this opening, this aha moment, this time where the brain goes, this is how it is. And then it goes, well, is it? This is the moment you can create a new connection. Money is scarce. Is it? No, it's abundant. New connection. But here's what's interesting. Even when the neurons come apart, that groove is still there. So it's still easier for these neurons to reconnect right here. Does that make it? This is the aha moment. This is the, wow, is that true? Is that true? This is called the reconsolidation moment. The reconsolidation moment. It's the moment we reconsolidate what it is that we're learning, the reconsolidation moment. Now, here's the truth. It's much easier for the brain just to go back to the way it was based on physiology, based on the physical structures. What we have to do is we have to say, no, this is the way. We're going to reconsolidate to a new way. Probably should get a better drawing than using my, like little freaking hand gestures, but I'm working on it. And so today is about you going through the reconsolidation moment. We did that over the last few days. You've been reconsolidating, but your belief can easily go back. We are going to show you how to get it to reconsolidate and lock in with how you want it. Who's excited? Who's excited? Here's my question. Type in the number 11. No, type in the number 1. If you remember, you've already typed it in. I haven't even told you what yet. All right, so type in number 11 if you can remember where you were in September 11, 2001. Okay. So that was 18 years ago. Now, tell me, 3 years ago, what did you do for your birthday? What did you do last Christmas? Why is it true that you remember some random event from 18 years ago, but you don't remember what you ate for breakfast or for lunch? You don't remember what you ate for lunch 2 weekends ago. Why is that true? Why is it true we remember something from so long ago, but we don't remember something that was, not that long ago? Why? People are typing in hurtful. I was alone watching them. Yeah, a lot of us can remember it. Why do humans remember that? I want you to really get this. Because wouldn't it be true that that's not really an important thing to remember? Isn't it random? Tell me if you think it's random that you still remember where you were. Like you can place yourself. That is intense. You can actually place yourself instantly when I ask. Then if I ask, where were you 3 Christmases ago? You're like, ooh. Why? Some people say they can feel it in their stomach. Here's the key to creating, or let me ask you, wouldn't it be great if we could create that level of change? Like that's a physical change in our brains that changed. And it stayed that way for a long time. We remember exactly where we were, and our brain hasn't forgotten it, but it's forgotten so many other things in those 18 years. Here's why. Your brain will remember high, intense emotions. It will not forget highly intense emotions. That's what it is. It won't forget shock, something so shocking. We thought the world was going to go into World War III. We didn't know what was going on. It was so intense. So what's the key to creating a new identity and shifting? If you have the ability to remember instantly where you were 18 years ago, you have the ability to recode and keep anything you want. You're completely plastic. You're completely malleable. You can change. You can choose. True? So here's the key. We're going to go into this now. The first thing we must do is we must decide. We must decide on what it is that we want to code. We must decide what we want to code in. The thoughts, feelings, behaviors, identities. We must decide. The second thing we must do, we must see it exactly how we want it. The third thing we must do is we must flood it with as much intense emotion as possible to code it in. Does that make sense? Decide, step 1. Step 2, perfect completion. Step 3, emotion. And we're going to go into it. Does it make sense though? One of my mentors says you have to understand it consciously before you can code it in unconsciously. And so I hope that I've done that for you. So we're going to do a process. It's a closed eye process. It will go for about 10 minutes, maybe 15. We'll see how we go. Who's up for it? It's going to require you to be sitting in a comfortable place, not driving, because your eyes will be closed. And I don't recommend driving with your eyes closed. So making sure that you are in a good, safe place. Your phone will be down. Safety tips with me, just in case you're driving right now, don't sue me, because I did have the disclaimer. Who the heck could be driving listening to this? If you are, I still love you though, but it'd be weird. Anyway, let's do this. Let's do this. Someone raised their hand, the other one driving, going like this. I shouldn't be doing this, but I am. We're going to pull over. They're going through like 3 lanes right now. They've got the emergency things on. They're pulling in. I've got to do this freaking meditation. Don't be that person. There's a replay, all right? Just relax. Funny. So we're going to do this, and we're going to do it now. Cool. So if you're in, you're in. We're going to do it. You don't have to have anything ready. We're already ready from yesterday. And it's going to be absolutely great. You won't fall asleep. It's going to be very active. You're going to enjoy it. It's going to be really cool. What we're going to do is you're going to close your eyes and you're going to meet your future. It's going to be all positive emotions, complete positive emotions. There's nothing negative about this at all. And you're in complete control. There is no hypnosis. There's no falling asleep, nothing like that. There's the guided meditation. You'll be choosing what it is that you want to code. I won't be. And then you'll be choosing how far and hard out you want to play. The ones that really, really put the emotion into this will be the ones that really feel it. It's an active process. It's not sitting back and falling asleep. And you don't have to do it. You just play your full out. But if you trust me, you'll do it. You'll go all in and you'll get a lot out of this. So let's give this a crack, shall we? Awesome. So if you're all ready, go ahead and just put your pens and paper down and just close your eyes and just find yourself, just sitting where you are. And just take a couple deep, relaxing breaths and just in through your nose and kind of really let out a sigh through your mouth. As you do that, start actively just relaxing so we can be here and now. With every breath, just relax into your body. Nothing too serious, just allow yourself to relax. Start at the top of your head and relax your forehead and your eyebrows and just set the intention with every breath that you're just going to allow yourself now just to relax. More and more with every breath you do. Continue to relax. That's it. Relax your cheeks and your eyelids and your mouth and right down around your neck. Just choose to relax your jawline and just your whole face. Have it all nice and relaxed. Go down to your neck and your shoulders. Just remember to keep breathing. Relax those shoulders and your chest. Until you're just allowing the chair or the bed or the couch or whatever it is, just hold you up. Just feel good. It feels good to relax. And now before we begin, with your eyes closed and relaxed, I just want you to set a positive intention. Set a positive intention for everybody that's on this call live or on the recording. That everybody gets everything they want and they step into the highest good for all. Just set an intention that everyone gets what they want. And it's the highest good for all. And as you set that intention, you'll feel it from everybody else. And so as you do, I want you to start imagining yourself turning into blue mist. Imagine yourself turning into blue mist. With every breath, just become blue mist, like you turn into a little cloud. And as you turn into a cloud, I want you to start floating across the ground. And just keep turning into blue mist as you're floating. Imagine that you're floating across the ground. And as you're floating across the ground, just imagine, and you really have to imagine that you can imagine this. Just allow yourself to do this. And as you keep doing this, you're floating across the ground and just turn into blue mist. And I want you to notice that you start going faster and faster and faster across the ground. And as you go faster, you get to a brighter and brighter blue. That's it. Whatever you're doing is just perfect. And as you do, you see up in front of you a tunnel. And there's a tunnel. It's a safe tunnel. It's a big, wide tunnel. When you're moving fast, your blue mist moving fast along the ground. There's a tunnel up ahead. It's a big, open, it's airy. There's lots of safety. You can see there's lots of safe. It's easy as you start flowing through the air, nice and fast as blue mist. And you go into the tunnel. And it's a tunnel that echoes, and you're flying through this tunnel as blue mist. You're going so fast. And you start to hear an echo because you say something out loud as blue mist. You say, I am truly satisfied with everything I have now, and I desire more. I'm so grateful. And you hear it echo. I'm truly satisfied with everything I have in life right now, and I want more. Let it echo as it rings around this big tunnel, as it echoes. I'm truly satisfied with everything I have now, and I desire more. I am grateful. Just let that ring throughout the whole tunnel and through you as blue mist, in every little particle of this blue mist. Just feel it. Feel it to be true as you're flying through the air. Just feel it. I'm truly satisfied with everything I have now, and I want more. I'm grateful. And as you do, you're flying through the air. You're flying through the air. And we're going to add the second one. I deserve to be rich because I add value to other people's lives. Allow that to ring true to you. Allow yourself to feel it. Why do you deserve to be rich? Because you add value to other people's lives. And notice all the ways you add value, you receive value back. And allow that to reverberate off the walls back and forth. I deserve to be rich because I add value to other people's lives. And allow yourself to you're just kind of being that message, aren't you, as you're flying around. Say it over and over. Say it over and over inside your blue mist head. Notice something starting to echo back at you. I am financially free. I work because I choose to, not because I have to. I'm financially free. I work because I choose to, not because I have to. And they all start just molding together as this beautiful sound, but you know what it means. As you're flying across the ground through this tunnel as blue mist, allowing these to just reverberate in and out and around you. I am financially free. I work because I choose to, not because I have to. You can feel it in your heart. You can feel it in your body. You know this is true. It's all around you. Money works hard for me and makes me more and more money. It has to be true. It's in you. Money works hard for me and makes me more and more money. That's right. Your blue mist. It's all around you. It's inside of you. Money works hard for me. Feel it. Feel it. That's it. Money is a unit of choice. The more I receive, the more choices I have, as it echoes around the whole tunnel. As you're flying through this tunnel, it seems like it will never end. Money is a unit of choice. The more I receive, the more choices I have. It feels good to be blue mist, receiving all this. Feels good to be these messages. You notice that you are these messages. There's no separation between you as the mist and these as the messages. There's no separation. You are them. And then as you notice that, you realize that you turn to air. You turn to air and you realize that money is like air, in total supply and abundance for all. You realize that you're it. You realize it's there. You realize you are it. Money is like air in total abundance and supply for all. And you take all of these as you're flying along as blue mist. You realize you are the blue mist. You realize that this is true. And as you start going with all of these bouncing off the walls, going through you and around you like this amazing sound bath, you realize you can feel them now. And as you feel them, you see up in front of you that there's an ending to this tunnel, but it's not until there's a ramp, you start to go up. And as you start going up, you speed up, which is strange. It's almost like defying gravity. You don't really know if it's going up or down. You're in this tunnel. Everything's still echoing. You're truly satisfied with everything you have now. You deserve to be rich. You're financially free. Your money's working for you. And it's a unit of choice. It's like air. As you keep going, you hear this and you go and go and go. And the end of the tunnel is getting closer and closer. And you start to get this feeling like you're about to become new. You're about to be a new you. It's almost like you're a caterpillar. And this is you coming out of a cocoon. You notice that You're getting closer to the end of the tunnel. And as you get closer and closer and closer, it starts to build up inside of you, this feeling. And as you get to the end of the tunnel, you're nearly there. You burst out the end of the tunnel. You're hurtling through the air. You're no longer blue mist, and you land safely back in your human body in this beautiful meadow. You can hear birds chirping, butterflies are around you, beautiful trees running water. Feels so good. Feels so good. In fact, it feels wonderful. You're here, you're a part of nature. It's a beautiful, big, open meadow. You get the sense this is where all dreams come true, and that's the actual truth. This is where all your dreams are true. And so as you decide that this is where all dreams come true, the new you starts creating what they want. What is it that you would be doing, have, and be if you could have everything you want with all the time in the world? If you had all the money, all the time, and all the ability, what would you create? And when you ask that question, you notice that things start to pop up in this world. Whatever they are, they're true for you. What do you see happen in this world? What is true for you? As you get up from the grass and you start walking through and exploring your dream come true, what's there? What is true for you? What do you see with your relationships? Who's in your life? Who do you support? Who supports you? Who do you love? Who loves you? What sort of health is in this new dream come true? What do you see yourself doing? What sports are you playing? Are you dancing? Are you enjoying your life? Do you have an amazing, flexible body? What's true for you? What business do you have? Do businesses start popping up? What's there? How do you make money? What do you do? And as you walk through, you notice all the things in there, the purpose, your spiritual connection. What's true? What have you done? And you walk across this beautiful bridge over the stream and you start walking up a hill. And up the hill, you see this big house. It's your perfect house. It's your dream come true home. There's everything you ever wanted. Picture your dream come true home. You can see your name on the letterbox, on the gated fence, whatever it is. So you open the door and you step into your property as you walk up the big driveway to your front door. It's a big front door into your new home. And you open it and you step inside a long corridor. As you step into this corridor, you know that you're home. On the left-hand side are photos of your past. Starts off with photos of people you know. Starts off with photos of you in the past. Photos you remember. And as you walk down the corridor, you look at people from your past. Some of the people that were there to support you. Some of the people were there to teach you. Some of them were an example. Some of them were a lesson. Some things were there for a long time. Some were for a short time. But as you walk, the one thing that's true is you're grateful for your past because it got you here. You just connect. You connect with different photos. Different photos stand out to you. That's it. And then you move forward until, you're in the present day, 2019, and you see photos from then. And then what's interesting is you keep walking. There's more. You start to see all the photos, all the things that you've done. And you realize how much you've done. You see everything you've done, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023. That's right. It's cool. You're getting a vision of your future. And as you look at those, just connect and notice all the great things that you've done because of who you are now. Let's have a look at that for a moment as you walk down this long corridor. That's it. Noticing all the great things you've done. Who's in your life? Who have you helped? What have you done? You connect to them, you love them, it feels good. And all of a sudden you turn to the right. And on the right is a big floor to ceiling mirror. And you look at yourself. Look how new you are. You connect with yourself right in your left eye. You look at yourself directly in your left eye. And you ask yourself, how good does it feel to have done all this? How good does it feel to be this person? And I want you to feel that. How good does it feel to be this person in this house now? And as you feel it, I want you to allow yourself to expand that feeling from wherever it is. Allow it to get bigger and bigger and stronger and stronger. The more you look at yourself, the more you appreciate everything you've been able to do, you appreciate who you are, the more this feeling expands. The more it expands, the more you desire it to expand. And so it goes and goes. And I want you just to let go of any inhibitions and allow this feeling to come through so strong. How does it feel to be this person? Allow this feeling to build. Teach your body that this is where you're going. Create your own North Star. And with every breath, start breathing into this feeling and allow this feeling to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger still. The more you feel it, the more you want to feel it. And whatever it is you need to do, I want you to go ahead and we're going to double this feeling. It's going to happen. I want you to notice that you can double it easily. If you notice you're already feeling pretty good, well, in 3 seconds, 2 seconds, you're going to double it. 1, go ahead and double the feeling as you feel this in your body. Just double it. That's it. That's it. And from here, as you feel that feeling in this house, just walk through to the next room. Sit yourself down on a chair or a couch, much like the one you were sitting on when we started. And notice as soon as you sit down back into this body, back into here right now, feeling this way. And now that you're here, back in your body, sitting down, you can slowly open your eyes only as fast as you can notice you are this person. You can open your eyes and you can come back to the session. Welcome home. It's nice to meet you for the first time. How was that? Amazing, very relaxing, unreal, great. Realize so much, release so much. This is amazing. Thank you. Wow, I'm tingling from top to toe, inside out. I cannot stop smiling. It's so relaxed. OMGs. Powerful, amazing, can't stop smiling. Bless you back. I love you, Rochelle. Got Rochelle and Hannah on here from Fast Track. Nice. Love you guys. Confidence and certainty. So what we do in the magnetic mind process is we make sure that this stays. We need this version of you, this feeling, this identity. This is where you must operate from. Does everybody get that? This is you now. And this is you. But what we've got to do, it takes us 12 weeks to stabilize as this new identity. But this is you. What we have to do to stabilize here is a morning routine. We have to catch things that get in our way. We must stay here. We don't have to go chasing crap to heal. We don't try to do stuff without the right identity. Can everybody understand? You have to be in this place first. This is your millionaire you. You've got to get here first consistently, not once, not twice. This has to become your new normal. Love it. Love it. I went a bit over time on that one, but I was just enjoying it so much. So thank you for those who stuck it out and went right through it. I appreciate that. This is one of 13 meditations, visualizations / processes that I was gifted, and very excited to have really made them something quite amazing. So I'm so grateful that you all went through it. Guys, that's us for day number 4. Tomorrow's going to be huge. Tomorrow is our last day. Tomorrow is our last day. Guys, guess what? Tomorrow, we're going to lay out something massive. We're going to show you exactly what you need to do to turn this into reality, how you can stay in this identity. Now, how many of you don't want this to end? Who wouldn't want this in? Who wants to keep on this vibe? Fantastic. At the end of tomorrow, once we've finished our challenge, I'm going to be inviting 27 people to join me in a 12-week process. There, I've got a massive special discount on a program we have, and we can only take 27 in at a time because that's the amount of staff we have. And so I will be letting you know about that tomorrow. So for those of you who haven't been on the call and want to make sure you don't miss out on that, you got to have to reach out to us and we can get a phone call or something before. But tomorrow is going to be an absolutely massive session. There's a few hundred of you involved in this, and we really, really care about this process, but it's hands-on being part of the Magnetic Mind Masterclass. We have a session every Tuesday. There's 15 meditations and sessions like this. We have a morning routine and we stay on this vibe, but I'll be giving you that opportunity at the end. I've got something special just for this group. However, before then, we've still got a whole nother day's worth of stuff to get through, which is absolutely exciting. And I've also got to give away a one-on-one session with me, which is absolutely huge. If anyone wants that, well, I think it's huge. It's just going to be like this, but just two of us. I don't really change that much, unfortunately. So that was awesome. I'm loving all your feedback, and I would love to jump over in the group where you can really tell me what your biggest takeaway was. So I would love you to jump over there and let me know what your biggest takeaway was in the group. I'm going to jump on a Facebook Live in there and answer your questions. If you're watching this on the replay, I'll get around and answer all your questions. I'm talking about the 7-figure influencer group. And here's what I want to say to you. Thank you. It means the world to me to see others willing to take themselves on and truly create a new identity. Not to see themselves as broken, just making a new choice, a new identity for no reason other than that's what they want to choose. That's the key. And I love you so much for it. So I'll see you in the group. I'll be over there in about 5. I'm going to get myself a glass of water because I'm fresh out all this talking. See you in a couple of minutes. Join the group over there. Let me know your biggest takeaway. Yeah, I'm tingling too.